True love. There are two kinds of love: love for its own pleasure, or love for the sake of another. The first is carnal love. The second is spiritual. Carnal love knows the other person only in a biological moment. Spiritual love knows the other person at all moments. In erotic love, the burdens of the other are regarded as impairing one's own happiness. In spiritual love, the burdens of others are opportunities for service. Somewhere along the line, the modern world has been duped and fooled into giving the name of love to some vague obsession which parades itself in every billboard advertisement, reigns in the film industry, puzzles dramatists who must solve triangles short of suicide, makes novels bestsellers, a perfume so exotic as to be unfit for a tyro's concupiscence, and humor more spicy. Love has become so vulgarized, so carnalized, that those who really love are almost afraid to use the word. It is used now almost exclusively to describe one of the opposite sex. Rather than a person, it is made to revolve around glands rather than a will, and is centered in biology instead of personality. Even when it disguises itself as infatuation for another, it is nothing else than a desire to intensify its own self-centeredness. Purely human love is the embryo of the love of the divine. One finds some suggestions of this in Plato, who argues that the purpose of love is to make the first step toward religion. He pictures love for beautiful persons being transformed into love for beautiful souls, then into a love of justice, goodness, and finally God, who is their source. Erotic love is therefore a bridge which one crosses, not a buttress where one sits and rests. It is not an airport but an airplane. It is always going somewhere else, upwards and onwards. All carnal love presupposes incompleteness, deficiency, yearning for completion, and an attraction for enrichment, for all love is a flight for immortality. There is a suggestion of divine love in every form of erotic love, as the lake reflects the moon. The only reason there is love for creatures in human hearts is that it may lead to the love of the Creator. As food is for the body, as body is for the soul, as the material is for the spiritual, so the flesh is for the eternal. That is why in the language of human love, there can often be detected the language of divinity, such as worship, angel, adore. The Savior did not crush and then extinguish the flames that burned in Magdalene's heart, but transfigured them to a new object of affection. The divine commendation that was given to the woman who poured out the ointment on the feet of her Savior reminded her that love which once sought its own pleasure can be transmuted into a love that will die for the beloved. For that reason he referred to his burial at the very moment her thoughts were closest to life. Because it is in the divine plan to use the love of the flesh as a stepping stone to the love of the divine. It always happens in a well-regulated moral heart that as time goes on, the erotic love diminishes and the religious love increases. That is why in true marriages the love of God increases through the years, not in the sense that husband and wife love one another less, but that they love God more. Love passes from an affection for outer appearances to those inner depths of personality which embody the divine spirit. There are few things more beautiful in life than to see that deep passion of man for woman which begot children as the mutual incarnation of their love, transfigured into that deeper passionless passion and wild tranquility which is God.